Broadcasting from Manhattan Beach and the World Wide Web, you're listening to CHSR, HealthyLife.net.
As a service to our listeners, this program is for general information and entertainment purposes only. CHSR HealthyLife.net does not recommend, endorse, or object to the views, products, or topics expressed or discussed by show hosts or their guests. We suggest you always consult with your own personal, medical, financial, or legal advisor.
We think pretty is pretty important for all things in beauty. Welcome to RadioAMB, designed for those who want to live a long and vibrant life. My name is Dean White, and I have worked in the beauty industry for over 15 years. And in all, I have helped over 150 brands gain growth domestically and internationally. Currently, I have my eyes set on China. With China with their 1.4 billion people compared to our 325 million in the U.S., means that China is a great place for sales. And if you're looking to bring your products to China, please contact me at dean@eastlineenterprises.com, or you can connect with me also through RadioAMB. I'm filling in for Patty, the founder and my personal friend for AMB. RadioAMB stands for American Made Beauty, where we tell secrets behind the making of health and beauty products. Our segment sponsor today is AmericanMadeBeauty.com, a beauty platform designed to help consumers find beauty companies that are implementing the industry's best practices to bring you quality products and services. In fact, just go to AmericanMadeBeauty.com to find beauty products and services that meet a strict set of standards that reflect their American heritage. Want to sample some of our brands? Click on the consumer page and sign up for your free AMB box, customized with products that are selected just for you. That's AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Some years ago, my friends and I, we thought of a product that we really wanted to bring into the market, especially in China. China with so many toxins in the air, they're looking for products that don't deodorize the air, but actually absorb the toxins out of the air. And so we thought of this healthy air sponge, something that would take out the formaldehyde, something that would take out the toxins. But then after you get the idea, then you have to find the manufacturer. Once you find a manufacturer, then you have to find, what are you going to do about the marketing? And those are the two big topics that we're going to cover today on American Made Beauty Radio, manufacturing and marketing. In our first segment, we're going to be talking to Omega Tech Labs, and the owner and founder of Omega Tech Labs is Glenn Mauser, and he's a friend of mine and also the man who came up with the development of the Healthy Air Sponge. Really an unbelievable man. He's going to be talking in our first segment just all about manufacturing, the do's and don'ts, and what his experience is. In our second half of our show, we're going to be talking to Lisa Kovner, who has worked with small brands as well as large brands on the marketing frontier. And she can be talking a little bit about some trends and also branding your product. So stay tuned. This is going to be a great segment. Let me step into our first guest. And Glenn has been a key contributor member of the Society of Cosmetics Chemists since 1993. And a former chairman of the Idaho Quality Award Program. He is Omega's premier formulator, specializing in personal care, pet care, and in industrial government products for national and international brands. His extensive experience has ranged from OTCs to hair restoration, and he's single-handedly rescued the aspects of therapeutic pet care industry with products whose efficacy is off the charts. Glenn continually improves the industry's leading products while focusing on chemistry, R&D of novel product development, and being the key signatory on many patents. He handles the domestic and international sales, distribution of Omega's contracts and private labels. And on the side, I don't know how he does all these other things, but he's an inventor, designer, mechanical engineer, nationalist, backpacker, keyboard musician, canvas painter, he probably is also a magician, woodworker, journeyman, machinist, strongly active and committed as a community volunteer and a family man. Will you please welcome Glenn Mauser?
Well, thank you, Dean. That's a heck of an introduction. Who is that guy? I'd like to meet him.
Hey, Glenn, I got to tell you, we were so excited to meet you. When we had the idea, we went to so many different manufacturers, and initially they all said they could make this product, the Healthy Air Sponge, and then they couldn't. It just would not hold up, or they kept apologizing, and they kept saying they could do it, and we must have gone through dozens and dozens. And then we contacted Patty, and Patty, of course, knew you, and sure enough, right out the gate, you knew exactly what to do. You brought in new technology, and we couldn't be happier with this product. And so, hey, tell me a little bit about how you got started within manufacturing.
It started in manufacturing. Actually, it precedes that by getting started as a very young person. My parents let me do what I wanted to when it came to messing around in the garage. And I see a lot of parents, they're helicopter parents. They won't let they hover over every little thing. Don't want them to get their little knuckles banged up and that. My parents said that, if you get burned, that's your problem. You're the one who did it. Don't do it again. So I played around with chemistry, electronics, woodworking, metalworking, and I got the chance to do all these things. And so that was the precursor. But then I had one of my sons had some horrible eczema as a very young person. And I thought, well, something's got to be done. And we couldn't find things that I could afford. I thought, well, I'm going to make my own. Started getting samples of this and that, of some of the older, long-time established drugstores that would carry odd chemicals. And one thing led to another. I made it. People liked it. I started the thought, well, let's try manufacturing our own things and selling it. And we did.
Well, now, when you were a kid, this is back in Idaho?
Yes, sir.
And did they start you off with a little chemistry set, or did they just give you a
Gilbert chemistry set? Then that I don't remember who made the erector set, but I had a couple of those, and all those things are important. They build the motor skills in your fingers, and as well as they help the synapses in the mind to work correctly as far as design and mechanical engineering goes.
Wow. And then you started creating your own products. What were those things?
Well, basically, they were products that weren't sold nationally, just locally, and basically eczema and psoriasis type products. And none of them are being sold now. I didn't even put labels on them as far as what the ingredients were. I just put this in there and that. Had no idea what the rules were and guidelines. I just did them. I was a young kid. I was in my late teens.
Now, so to catch me up from there to tell me how many years you've been in manufacturing?
Started in 1981.
Wow.
What would that be? I can't count that fast.
That looks like about 36 years.
Okay, well, that's a long time.
And it's hard to believe it, especially when you're only 37, right?
Yeah. Thank you. That was very nice of you.
So 36 years in manufacturing. Let's just tell me some of the gamut of products that you have formulated or created.
Well, probably my first one that actually took some national spotlights were well, not necessarily spotlights, but they were sold nationally. That is, products that were made out of potato starch, being that Idaho is famous for potatoes. I picked that as an indigenous product to add to the a lotion, and started calling it Spud potato lotion, made with Idaho potatoes. And then we sold them out nationally. All the states had it. And I would rebrand it, though, with their states, Montana or California or New York. But it would say made with Idaho potatoes, but it was a kind of a souvenir-type product. So that was one of them.
Wow.
Oh, then it became primarily, after a bit, became primarily private contract manufacturing more than branded products of my own. We find that contract manufacturing is what we are really well suited for.
And those the genres of those products are, can you talk a little bit about that? What things you are crafted to do? I mean, that's such a huge gamut of creating products.
Well, Dean, our focus, and it has been mine for many years, is I want things that are novel, innovative. I want something that's actually going to be better than the next guy's. And I have come up with a conclusion that you could bring the best thing to me, and I'm going to come up with something better, and I do it every time. And we don't even really necessarily want to take on work if we can't have some level of innovation involvement. We just feel there's so many new products out there, particularly with this natural thing going on. It used to be the joke that if it was natural, it means it didn't work. Well, now, natural, it's come a long way. So we're trying to be innovative in that and help people to take their products that were conventional chemistry and turn them into green chemistry or help them at least get closer to things that are more sustainable as far as the selection of key ingredients and or better for the people, the consumers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And with those, we would talk, this is really in the world of lotions and cream vitamins or other things like that. Is that right?
We don't do vitamins per se. We use vitamins in products, but we are almost strictly topical, except when it comes to pet care products. We do some supplements in the form of liquid that you can put on or in the pet food, dog primarily and then cat. But we don't do the other pets, the rodents and the like. We don't do those, but just dog and cat.
So if somebody had a shampoo, for instance, that they have formulated someplace or want to enhance their shampoo or conditioner or body lotions or anything that you put on your head or hands or feet or body, you would be the go-to person.
Yes, we are one of the go-to people for that. There are a number of manufacturers that do this sort of thing, but we like to be looked at from the sense that, all right, I've got a formula, we'll take it somewhere to have it made, but then, we heard about our company, Omega Tech Labs, maybe they'll do a twist to it for us. In fact, what we like to do is we like to take your products. We like to take these products and make them innovative by somehow making a twist in them, perhaps even make it so it's patentable. Some portion of that, some key element, some utility part or design part becomes patentable, so now that person or that group that's trying to sell that product and ask us to help them now has something that's got some worthy marketing potential.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Now, Glenn, when you have what would you like to tell all the people out there that are looking for a manufacturer? What are some things that they need to be prepared for when they come up with their product and they start contacting manufacturers?
Well, okay, there's a few little things. One is make sure you got the time to do it. The next thing is make sure you have the resources to do it. The resources include several things, primarily money. But the next thing, again, it becomes time, place, and the people to support it. If you're, and I say this very respectfully, if you're a housewife who's developed something, good for you. But do you have everyone on board? That includes your husband or significant other and your children, if they're old enough to be helpful in that, or a hindrance in that. So those are some of the things, money and time. And, of course, tertiary is things like space, because you don't need to have the labeling or marketing design yet. You can hire that done. Just come up with the idea and then have something to support it financially later. Well, I shouldn't say later. That's right off the bat, actually. So
let's say that I did have an idea. Let's say that I saved up, $50,000 $50,000, and I wanted my product to get manufactured. And I made a phone call over to you. What might be some of the first questions you might ask me?
Have you been in this business before?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have, what is your pipeline or current marketing scheme or people you're connected with? Not so much who they are, but do you have the people in place? If you've done it before, then you know that you need to have money. So you mentioned 50,000. 50,000 is a nice number to work with. And if you're doing a single product, but people don't like single products, they want multiple products. So you may have to have more. It's not that our company, Omega Tech Labs, needs the money. You're going to need it for other things. You're going to need it for people to design your label, to get your marketing figured out. You might have to buy space on a shelf if you're going brick and mortar. You might have to pay a lot of money for the funnels and click funnels and that sort of thing and the online marketing. So the money goes really fast. And 50,000 seems like a lot of money. But when you have to spend 1,000 here and then 2,000 there, and here's 3,500 for this and then that, and then you got insurances and the like, you go, whoa, you're down to just a few thousand left, and all you've got is a few thousand bottles of product maybe finished in your garage, but no way to market it.
Yeah, I heard somebody talk about that when you come up with a new idea or a new product, don't quit your day job. You might make money, and a lot of money with your product, but it's going to take some time. At least give it a year of investment. And some people have been able to create a product with, $5,000 to $10,000. But that's just usually an initial investment. When somebody calls to start manufacturing, let's say they have a shampoo, is there usually an MOQ, like a minimum amount quantity that they need to order at a time?
Well, I like that. I'm glad you defined that, because the MOQ stands for minimum order quantity. And you'll see that a lot. If you're just starting out, you'll see that word used. And you'll see RFQ, request for quote. Those are just a couple of little acronyms there to be aware of. But the MOQs for our products vary based on what the product is, how much it's going to cost to manufacture, and then what your distribution is.
Mm-hmm.
I might have an MOQ of 5,000 on a 2-ounce bottle, and I might waive the 5,000 down to 2,500 just to help you get your salesman samples out, because I can see from your pipeline that you've already got established and who you are, a little bit about you, that you've got something promising. So I'll make up for my losses. It becomes actually our investment in what you're doing by allowing a lower minimum. However, if it's something that doesn't look so hot, we may actually tell you not to do it, or have to get the full amount of it, the full MOQ out. But it's completely variable.
Mm-hmm.
So many factors that affect it, and sometimes I just feel sorry for people and want to do it for a lower amount. So, I've got my soft side too.
When somebody has a product or an idea, maybe it's something they already have produced, but they want to have a conversation with you on the phone and have you take a look at what they're doing, is there a consulting fee for that?
Generally not. I do tell people that there's a fee, but come on, I just want to help people.
Mm.
Everyone needs a hand from time to time, so I'll just help them out. Just give me a call and we'll go through it.
That's very kind. I've definitely seen that in my own company, Glenn, how you are that way. You definitely have a heart to help others, and you have an ability to try to find something that makes it different, more unique, special, and patentable. I love all those things about you. Hey, in our last couple of minutes, I'd love for you to tell me two things. One, what don't we know about manufacturing that would be good for all of us to know? And then after you finish that, I would love to just know how we can get in contact with you.
Well, smaller manufacturers like myself. I'm not the huge ones. I'm not the big Procter & Gamble houses. Those aren't contract manufacturers anyway. What they're doing is people like P&G or Johnson & Johnson, they're they do the same bottle, the same product, day after day after day after day, no changes. So all their equipment is set up for this high production. And the person might say, well, how are they making a certain size bottle for such a low price? Well, it's because it's all about volume. And so with us, what people need to know is we're not about volume on your initial project. So you need to give us some slack in being able to let us make the money we need to make to be able to, that is contract. When I say us, I'm referring to the contract manufacturing realm. Let us make the money that we need to make so we can be here to service you the next time around, as well as the minimum orders, the time frames. All those need to be discussed. They're not black and white. They are all discussed issues.
Yeah, I've really found out that it's not only important for my distributors to know, but a good question for us to talk about is what is the time frame? Is it 4 to 6 weeks? Is it 2 months, or is it a quick order? Hey, we just only have a couple more seconds left, and Glenn, I sure have really appreciated our time together. Can you just let us know how we can get a hold of you and Omega Tech Labs?
All right. Well, the name is Glenn, double N, Mauser, Mouser. The company is Omega Tech Labs, OmegaTechLabs, and it's .com, for those who care to look at our website. And it is Glenn, double N, at OmegaTechLabs.com. And our phone number and street address and everything's on there, and that's where we are.
Fantastic. Thanks, Glenn. For those, again, it's Glenn at Omega Tech Labs, and Glenn is GLENN at OMGATECHLABS.com. Thanks, Glenn, and I look forward to working with you. I'm so appreciative of your friendship. Have a good day, Glenn.
Likewise to you, Dean. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Shh. Over here. Here's a secret for a virus-free computer. ESET. They've been a pioneer in the antivirus industry for over 25 years. 25 years of innovative, top-rated antivirus protection. ESET's award-winning security solutions provide a safe online experience for over 100 million home and business computer owners. They are so affordable, fast, and simple to use. So be gone, you blue screen of death. ESET's on my computer. If it's not on yours, visit HealthyLife.net's advertiser page and click on ESET now.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
What does HealthyLife.net and Amazon.com have in common? Well, they're both available on the Internet. They both give great value. But most important, most of our positive program hosts and guests are accomplished authors, and their books are available from, you got it, Amazon.com. Now, it even gets better than that, because when you're listening on air to a HealthyLife.net host or guest, you can go directly to Amazon.com and you can order your book while you're still listening to your favorite HealthyLife.net program. So when you hear an author you like, go to the homepage of HealthyLife.net and click on Amazon.com.
Where positive people and radio unite. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back to American Made Beauty Radio. This is Dean White. I'm your host for today. And we just finished up our first segment with Glenn Mauser from Omega Tech Labs. And in our second segment, we're going to be talking about marketing and branding with our chief strategist, Lisa Kovner. And Lisa Kovner is the founder of Kovner & Company. She counsels clients on identifying a brand's core influencers, establishing what's most important to them, and designing strategies that break through the clutter and deliver results. She has helped dozens of companies discover and create their brand. Not only that, she has worked with some of the largest brands as well as some small brands. Paul Mitchell, Dermalogica, Free Your Mane. In fact, she's even worked with the National Cosmetic Association, Jackie Warner, Harley Davidson, Lexar, and Nikon, to just name a few. She's also a regular thought leader at the Beauty Business Roundtable and a digital expert for the Beauty Industry Market Access Program called BIMA. And we are welcome you, Lisa, and happy to have you back here with American Made Beauty Radio.
Well, Dean, it's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me today.
You know, we're going to have 3 segments with you, and we're just going to dive right into it because we don't have so much time. But we just would like to know, first of all, what does your company do?
Well, in a nutshell, Kovner & Company really helps brands connect with their tribes in a way that really promotes authenticity, community, and builds trust that ultimately translates into sales.
Marketing is such a key thing, and I think that people get everything confused between marketing, branding, and sales. And to find somebody that is an expert not only in the internet but also socially is just key. And today we just know that if you have a market, if you have a brand, you're going to have to create a market for it. And so love to hear that you create these tribes. How do you do this?
Well, what we do is we help brands find out what's most important to their most loyal customers. Because so often brand strategy, marketing strategy, sales strategy is created in an office with very little consideration or input from the people who actually buy the brand's products, or if it's a brand that has not yet launched into market, I was going to say competitive research, but it's not even competitive research. It's understanding how your buyer, whether it's a wholesale buyer or a consumer, how they interact with the segment that you plan to go into. So if you're a skincare brand and you're launching a new serum that and you're not currently for sale anywhere, how do you know how people are really interacting and engaging with serums and anti-aging? What are their expectations, their hopes and dreams? Yes, you can do a lot of that through research via the internet and also based on your own expertise or experience, but it really makes a difference when you talk to the person who's actually submitting their credit card information. Because at the end of the day, they're the ones keeping you in business. It's
really true. So I really feel like so many companies have a brand gap, and it's what the maker of the product, the owner of the product says that what they are is so much different than what the client that's buying it, and they use different words or what it's how they use it, and that is just a brand gap. The closer that we can actually talk in the same language that our clients talk, the closer that we are going to be able to boost sales. Is that not correct?
You're absolutely correct, and that is Kovner & Company's secret sauce. It's our superpower. We have a proprietary process in which we do just that. We identify a brand's key stakeholders, whether it's brand team, sales team, wholesale buyer, website customer, and we talk to these groups individually, and we help understand what's most important to each group, but more importantly, we identify where they have those commonalities. I can tell you, regardless of what industry we've done this for, no matter how many times we've done it, there are disconnects, there are gaps between what's most important to the brand team, the sales team, the wholesale buyer, and the consumer every single time. But the real value to this is that we get to hear what the buyer, whether it's a wholesale buyer or a consumer. We get to hear the words they use. We get to hear the emotion behind it. These are phone conversations. It doesn't work on paper. It doesn't work online. It has to be one-on-one, because really at the end of the day, when you're creating a brand, what you're trying to do is create an emotional connection between the person who's going to buy your product and your brand and you as the brand founder. And so until you take the time to do that, it's absolutely essential strategy to hear for yourself what the emotion is. The added benefit of going through this exercise is that it also removes personal agendas within an organization. And so if you have particularly strong personalities in sales or marketing, it helps minimize individual agendas, and the net result is an outcome that benefits the greater good. That said, it takes a lot of courage on the part of a brand founder to engage in this kind of research, simply because it may debunk myths that the founder has, or that the brand team or the sales team has, around how the brand or products are perceived by the market. So it's really a leap of faith, but I can tell you every time we've done this, it has yielded significant growth in market share and revenue.
Yeah, that's a little bit scary, you know, when you have loved a product, you created it, and now you're going to give yourself to be transparent in front of other people and say, what do you like about it? And but that's really the truth. If you really want to help others, you have to be open to their criticism. Is that not correct?
Well, it is, but here's the interesting thing. We only talk to people who are most passionate about the brand. So these are the people who not only buy from you over and over and over again, but they have stuck with you through your missteps. And they love you anyway. It is the safest environment in which to cultivate or curate this type of information. And it has been, when taken all the way down the line, it impacts decisions well beyond sales and marketing. It can impact operations decisions. It can impact hiring decisions. Because when you know how your target audience really feels about you, and again, these are the people who are most passionate about you, and they've stuck through you through missteps and mistakes, yet they keep coming back. When you genuinely understand that and you accept it, then it empowers you to make better business decisions. And that's why, I was saying before, it's actually very courageous, because it requires a company to release myths around how the brand or products are perceived.
I really love that. It really makes you stand apart as a marketing company, is when you really get one-on-one and that personal with the client. I don't know of many companies that do that. We're going to take a small break, but when we come back, I want to ask you the question. So often I hear companies I go ask them what their demographic is, and they go, oh, everybody likes my product. My demographic is for everybody. So I'm going to ask you about demographic and trends you see in the market. And we'll be just right back in just a moment with American Made Beauty and Lisa.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need, from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
For all your live or pre-recorded webcasting needs, come to earthchannel.com. Get your web-based message out to a select group or the whole world. It's easy. A pioneer in webcasting, earthchannel.com provides the best products and services to big corporations and government users. And now this same technology is available to you. They have the best Earthcast encoders, servers, and products to meet your technical needs. But wait, don't want to mess with technical stress? No problem. They'll do it for you. EarthChannel.com is your answer. You can use webcasting for lots of things like advertising, marketing, customer support, training, and don't forget web radio and TV. In fact, you're listening to a live Earthcast right now. So come to EarthChannel.com. Actualize your audio or video webcasting needs today. You can't beat the friendly service or the price. Call EarthChannel.com at 1-800-849-8978. That's 1-800-849-8978.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
Radio your way. HealthyLife.net.
Welcome back to American Made Beauty. On the phone right now, I have Lisa Kovner. She's the founder of Kovner and Company, a really unbelievable marketing company that is gifted towards beauty products. If you have a product that you want to bring in the market and looking for a good marketing company, she'd be your first stop. Right now, we're talking about, Lisa, about the demographic, and that's where we left it off. Lisa, are there ever a product that is made for everybody, or how important is the demographic? What do you do with that question?
Well, pretty much the only thing I know that's made for everyone is air. And I say that somewhat facetiously, but I learned very early in my career that demographics only get you so far. For example, you put 100 people in a room who are the same socioeconomic background, married, 2 kids, they drive a certain kind of car. Those are demographics. But when you put 100 of them in a room together, they're not going to agree in the same way or with the same level of passion about one thing as if you put 100 people in a room who share a mindset.
Love that.
And so demographics are important. I'm not saying they're not, but the psychographics, that mindset, sometimes you also hear of it as, heart share. How someone feels about it is more important than how much money they make. There's a lot of research, a lot of books written on this. It really does come down to when it's important enough to someone, they will figure out a way to buy it.
Love that. Love that. Again, another distincting factor about you. Tell me a little bit about what you love about your business and or more trends that you see in the market.
Well, probably the biggest trend that I think affects beauty more than anything else is how the Internet, how social media has literally changed how people engage with beauty brands. Whether it's a professional beauty brand like professional hair care, professional skin care, whether it's a brand that you can buy at Target or Sephora or Ulta or any specialty beauty, the reality is that consumers can get the information they need to make product decisions on their own. They don't need brands anymore the way that they used to. They don't rely on brands anymore the way that they used to. What they rely on is word of mouth, recommendation, referral, reviews, testimonials, They want to know how something is going to perform based on other people's experiences with it. And, and the truth of the matter is that's just human nature. That's how we're wired. When people, come to me because of social media challenges that they're having, I remind them that social media really is not new. Thousands of years ago, there were cave paintings. The technology available was pigment, a stick, and a rock. But it is how people communicated. It is how they shared stories. And some of those stories were strong enough to last thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But social media today is very much the same way. It's about storytelling. But the technology has changed and admittedly gotten significantly more complex. But how people engage with social media, why they engage with it, has not changed since the time of cave paintings, which is very simple. They are looking for shared human experience, which is why when consumers are on social and they see brand information, brands tend to look at social as advertising. And even when they're advertising, they look at it as advertising, and that's a mistake. Social is not advertising. Social is relationship building. It takes time to build relationships. Well, let me put it to you this way, Dean. If you met someone and all they did was talk about yourself or talk about themselves, they weren't asking you things about what was important to you. All they did was talk about how great they are. Is that someone that you would really want to be friends with?
No, but I have been on many of those dates.
Right? So it's the same thing in social media. Brands that kill it on social media, they're really in it for relationship building. That's what they're doing. They've created a community. They've built a tribe. They can tell you what's most important to their community. They also engage. It's not just look at me, look at me, look at me. It's like, how are you doing? What do you think? What's most important to you? That's just human nature. People just want to be asked their opinion. They want to know what, they want to share what they think. And that's how we learn from each other, and that's how we grow. And the reality is that it's not that different in business.
Yeah, so many people want to skip the relationship and go directly into buying the product. It's kind of like...
Yeah, the 1950s called, they want their marketing back.
Yeah, exactly right. And you're so right. It's build that relationship. But once that relationship is built, you can have a relationship for a long time.
Sure. You absolutely can. And just like when it's face-to-face, it requires some care and feeding. And there may be times that you don't agree with each other, but it doesn't mean that you don't like each other and respect each other. And so, really going back to your original question, which is what are the trends? I mean, the trend, and I don't even like calling it a trend because it is how it is. Trends come and go, but this is a market reality, is that consumers can go to their phones and get what they need. They don't need it from a brand. So a brand has to have relevancy and authenticity built into its strategy. It has to be part of the brand DNA. You want to know the brands that are really killing it in community building, they're the ones that are being completely transparent. They're the ones who actually have taken the time to get to know what's most important to their audience.
It's really true. There's a point of authenticity with that, right?
Yes, and that authenticity is very, very powerful. And look, I get it. I'm a self-finance founder myself, and so when we're working with our brand owners, I completely understand the emotional side of it. It's like they're making a huge investment. They want to get a return on that investment, and it makes total sense. But there's a way to do it, and there's a way not to do it. And if all we're doing is looking at everything as advertising and ROAS and ROI and what's, the average lifetime order value, and all of that's important. It is absolutely important, but you're not going to see movement on any of that without taking the relationship building into consideration.
Mm-hmm. Well, this has been fantastic. Now, we're going to take our last break, and I'm going to really pack it in this last segment because we only have so much time with you on the phone. But in the last segment, I'd like to know how important is branding, and that people get that confused a lot. So how important is branding? I'd like to know what you're currently working on. And then the third part is how do people get in touch with you? So we're going to do that in just a moment when we come back from this commercial break.
Here's the thing about beauty. It's pretty. At AmericanMadeBeauty.com, we're all about the pretty, making it easy for you to find what makes your beauty shine. We have essentially everything you need, and AmericanMadeBeauty.com celebrates brands that were created right here in the U.S. of A. Imagine everything you need from the best hair, skin, and nail products to makeup and even the tools, because it's all about pretty at AmericanMadeBeauty.com. We also think you're pretty important, so visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com. Browse, buy, learn. AmericanMadeBeauty.com.
When you're looking for bedding, department store prices can shock you. Well, be shocked no more. Sell steak cheap, not cheap steak. That's the motto of Anna's Linens. Although they don't sell steak, they do sell the best bedding, bath, and home decor items. They strive to provide their merchandise at extreme value to their customers, and they do it. Great everyday prices on everything and military discounts. Plus, if you visit them online, they have clearance items and internet specials. Visit them online now at HealthyLife.net's advertiser page.
We're looking for a few good American beauty manufacturers who want to increase their brand in an exclusive credentialed category. If you're an American company who has conceived, designed, and bottled brands that are all about pretty, then we're pretty sure we're talking about you. And we're pretty sure you should be on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. This beauty website focuses on entrepreneurs and beauty startups as well as established brands. If it's pretty, we want to see it, and we want to sell it on AmericanMadeBeauty.com. To learn how you can be part of AmericanMadeBeauty.com, visit AmericanMadeBeauty.com now.
Oh, man, it never fails. My suitcase just got ripped apart.
Life is a journey. Make it a pleasant one. Use Samsonite. You know the name. For almost a century, Samsonite luggage has proved itself to be the worldwide leader in innovative travel solutions. Let it be yours. Visit HealthyLife.net's affiliate Samsonite on our homepage and click to look at the fine luggage from suitcases to golf travel bags. And don't forget, take a look at their travel accessories. Make life a journey, a pleasant one, with Samsonite.
HealthyLife.net, where positive overcomes negative.
Hi, this is Dean White with American Made Beauty Radio, and today we have on the phone Lisa Kovner, who is founder of Kovner and Company, a marketing company that does more than just marketing. She does branding and coaching, as well as she's a national speaker, and so we are happy to have her on here telling us how to get our product out there into clients' hands and also how to build a relationship, which is actually the first step. In this last segment, I wanted to ask you, Lisa, well, first, welcome back, and tell me, how important is branding?
Oh, gosh, well, branding's everything. Branding is the way that people will first connect with you. It's the decision they make when your product is on the shelf as to whether or not they are going to pick you up and buy you. It is the moment that when they find you through search, those first couple of sentences can make or break your business, or when they get to your social pages or they get to your website. Are you creating something that people want to spend time with? And, it's unfortunate that so many brands get it so wrong. They think a logo is a brand, and it's not. They see the Apple, they see the Nike swoosh, and they're like, if we just had that, and it's like, yeah, no, that took decades and millions upon millions upon millions of dollars to build equity in. Right now, we're just trying to get you into packaging that communicates something meaningful to the person that you want to buy it.
Yes.
So, we through the exercise I mentioned earlier, it does give cues on what it is that that customers will respond to with respect to branding. And when we've done it, sometimes it's triggered an entire repackage. The net effect was a 72% increase in sales, so we were very pleased with that.
Nice.
But a lot of brands misunderstand that branding is a strategy. It's not a checklist of items to cross out off of your to-do list.
Mm-hmm.
Successful brands understand that what they're really doing is creating an experience through their branding, and that the customer owns that brand experience and determines whether or not it's successful. So if a brand isn't getting the sales they want, or they're not getting the engagement they want, or the traction they want, it's time to do some serious self-analysis and be willing to let go of things that might be getting in the way.
It really is true. When you walk into a Starbucks, you're experiencing the whole entire brand. It's not just sipping at the coffee. It's not the logo that's on the cup. Their brand is, what you experience when you walk in, and that's why they can charge what they charge versus another coffee company.
Right.
And so when you work with a company, you sharpen up their brand.
Well, we help brands through a period of self-discovery.
There you go.
And we hope to bring enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
And it is, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's the brand's decision about the direction that they want to go. All we can do is bring our experience, bring our knowledge, and share it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like saying expertise because it's, so many people are self-described experts. At the end of the day, it comes down to the results, and our clients enjoy great results. It is, I should qualify that. They enjoy great results when we're doing it together. We say goodbye to a lot of clients because they want a different result, but they don't want to do things differently, and we won't take their money.
Yeah, I often find out that somebody's brand is already there. They just haven't, been able to convey it or really share what their true nature is. And so I really like that you said it's to create a brand experience, for their customer. Hey, for our last couple of minutes, tell me, what are you currently working on?
Well, we just finished the new AmericanMadeBeauty.com website. We added an e-commerce component. We rebuilt the foundation site. We added new functionality, and we're really excited and honored to have had that opportunity. We're also working with Numa Professional Hair Care. It's an absolutely phenomenal brand. Delivers same performance as legacy brands, but without sacrificing hair health or the planet. In fact, they refuse to formulate with 13 different classes of ingredients that are known carcinogens, endocrine disruptors, or harmful to the environment, and absolutely zero synthetic fragrance. It's shocking how many brands that describe themselves as clean and green use synthetic fragrance, which is one of the dirtiest ingredients in beauty.
Yes.
We also are doing some projects with Tocco Magico Professional Hair Color out of Italy.
Wow.
And helping them expand their presence here in the United States. Gorgeous color, absolutely fantastic, has been around for decades, and now they want to conquer America. And another outside of beauty that we're particularly fond of is BCC and Coty. It is a formal wear manufacturer based here in the U.S. They sell globally. In fact, most of their business is outside of the U.S., even though it's a U.S.-based business. But with BCC and Coty, the same thing. We are working with them to expand their presence within the United States, both on the retail side as well as at their website. And so it's very, very exciting.
Is BCC and Coty, is that a brand for female wear? Is it bathing suits? Is it high-end?
It is evening, bridal, prom, cocktail, formal wear. So They have, I mean, just an incredible range of gowns and dresses, and the level of detail is exceptional. Their tagline is "The day is in the details," and that includes your dress, and every little detail matters. And it is exceptional craftsmanship, but the price point is beyond attractive. So we think that the timing is perfect for them to expand their presence within the United States, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
Well, this has been great, Lisa. You talked about how you help brands stand out from the clutter. And I truly believe you as a marketer, you stand out from the clutter. Love how you really make things personal, one-on-one, really get to know the company as well as their demographic. And, so excited to work with you even more. And can you please, for brands that want to work with you as well, how do they get in contact with you?
Sure. Well, they can visit our website, which is kovnercompany.com, Kovner company.com, and at the top navigation, the upper right corner, there's a little button that says Talk With Us. You click on that. It'll take you to a page where you can activate the contact form, and it will be sent directly to my inbox.
Fantastic. That is, well, we thank you for your time today, and so happy that I got to interview you. I think Patty's very jealous. So glad that you guys have joined in with American Made Beauty today. I'm Dean White, your host. If for any reason you want to get a hold of me, you can get a hold of me at dean@eastlionenterprises.com. For Lisa, again, you go to kovnercompany.com. For Glenn, you go to omegatechlabs.com. And again, Patty will be back with you next week. Again, this has been American Made Beauty. Thanks for your time today.